Castro Pérez. Oh, ¿cuánto tiempo? So, let's start from the beginning. How long ago did you leave ATA and came to work here in La Dicurari Centro de Pesca?
In 2011.
2011, that's a long time. So how long ago, how many years did you work in ATA, Aruba Tourism Authority?
Almost 25 years.
So 25 years ago, almost 25 years ago, you started there with this project, Aruba Reef Care Foundation?
Yeah, I started in 1994. So this year we will celebrate our 25th anniversary of the Aruba Reef Care project. So it's the 25th time that we organize it. It is a huge campaign. We got a lot of volunteers. I remember when we organized the 10th or the 15 years, we got almost 1,000 participants. And now the average that we will get is around 700, 800, 900, more or less in that. This year, because we celebrated the 25th, we want to reach close to 1,000 or more if possible. So we are doing our best to get as much as volunteers as possible. But main thing that we try to do is continue with the awareness campaign. So we continue to visit the primary school, secondary school, or higher education to provide lectures to teach the kids and the students the importance of protecting the reefs and the beaches. Because coastal areas for any country is very, very important.
It is. It's fundamental, I will say, because you know Aruba lives. I mean, Arubian people make their lives on tourism, and I mean you can't pollute them, you know, into...
Exactly, because the beaches and the sea around the island of Aruba is very important.
So when you started with the project, with Aruba Reef Care Foundation, were you taking more or less garbage than now?
We take much less, of course. It has been...
much less now or
much
before?
Much less. It's less garbage that we get. In the beginning, of course, 1994, that time when we started, it was June 1994. There was a lot of garbage in the sea, on the reefs, and all that. But as the years go by, we organized the cleanups. We used to organize it twice, a Saturday and Sunday. And it's a lot of work, a lot of volunteers, so a lot of people go in different areas, in the water and alongside the coast. So we have volunteers that do it in the water and on the beach. So you do both. And that we have seen that the amount of garbage that you see have decreased enormously.
So it's less and less?
Less and less. Yes.
Oh, that's good news.
I always use an example. For instance, you know the area Mangalhalto. Mangalhalto used to have a lot of bottles, cans, and you name it. But we have used to have all the Dutch Marines also participating and volunteers. And they used to go with the rubber boats with about maybe 30, 40 Marines, and they clean swipe the whole area. Then they continue to do that for years. And now, if you go, you may find something if you find it something very new, but you won't find old cans or bottles anymore. Yeah, but the dive operators also, the local dive operators are also very aware of the marine environment. Each time they go diving on the dive site, nowadays if you go on any dive site, even I can make a bet with you that you go to a dive site, you won't find any garbage on it.
Wow, that's great.
It is because whenever they see something, they take it and they put it in a BCD and they bring it back on shore.
How's the state of the corals, the status of the coral reef, you know, the fauna, the flora, yeah, I mean, because we know about climate change, so is that a lot worse, or?
Yeah, well, the thing is, the coral reefs in Aruba are very healthy still. You said from the total of the 100% of the corals, at least a very good 8%.
Really? And what about the wrecks?
Oh, the wrecks are fantastic because the wrecks are what we consider artificial reefing. So
yeah, because
on each of the wrecks, you have a lot of marine life. You have corals growing. So it is, for instance, for us, Aruba, the wrecks that you have here are also internationally known as the wreck diving island of Aruba. I don't know if you remember when I was working for Aruba Tourism Authority, I was the one responsible to promote the diving. I go to all the dive shows and all that. So I continue to promote the diving in a good sense for the environment and all that. And we're doing a good job because still, for instance, you go to Antigua Wreck, or you go to
Antilla,
Jade Sea, Debbie 2. Those places, those wrecks are spick and span. You won't find anything.
That's marvelous.
Yeah, because there was one time that some of the, and you know them also, party boats or the catamaran, they used to have barbecue on board, and they used to throw the bones overboard. And I complained on that locally on all the newspapers and radio interviews, and they put their acts together right away, and they went participating with the Aruba Reef Care, and they clean everything.
It's great that everybody is getting more conscious about it.
And
Castro, I read somewhere that what happened with the Queen of Holland? Did she give you some kind of an award or something?
I got a medal. I was condecorated by the Queen of Holland in 2010. That time I was doing the Aruba Reef Care for 17 years, if I'm not mistaken, and I'm very proud of that.
I remember that. Well, I guess that you know, this year, 25 years of Aruba Reef Care Foundation doing, you know, the work that they needed to start doing 25 years ago. I mean, that's amazing, you know, because it is so important, you know, that you know, the people of Aruba and the visitors are really taking care of the water, the sea, the beaches and everything. And congratulations, I'm so happy to see you back. Mwah.
Thank you. It's a pleasure. Nice to see you back. We know each other from many years ago, that you're one of the very enthusiastic, very energized journalists that come to Aruba to write a lot of good stories to the island. And I'm glad to see you back. Now you're in the United States, but you're still working for the Latin American markets, right?
Yeah, I'm still doing the same thing, and I'm loving to be here. Thank you, Castro.
Thank you,
Castro
Diana.
Pérez en Auriculares Centro de Pesca.